Hey guys, Fluffy Printer coming at you. So, I'm going to start off by saying I am a novice printer. I'm learning this as I go. Many of this I've already learned well before I started doing these videos. I'm doing these to help out those that are still learning so that they can understand how to work things, how to manipulate things, how to work everything they need for their FlashForge printers that I have like myself, which I have a FlashForge AD5X. Now, I like to use the Orca FlashForge, but now they have rolled out their Flash Print. This will still, or sorry, their Flash Studio. My bad, Flash Studio. This will still translate over to Flash Studio. I just prefer using Orca FlashForge. That's what I learned on. That's what makes it easier for me, but it will still translate over to the Flash Studio. So let's go ahead and begin, shall we? I already have my program up and running for print that I'm currently doing right now. So I'll go ahead and we'll use that as our example. And as you can see, I have two different plates here. Or four, but these are the two that's going to be printed up. These ones I'm just going to go ahead and mess with for you guys. Alright. So right now, this area right here, you see we got plate 3 and plate 4. Those are the two plates that we're going to work with. So we're not worried about any of the others. So we can go ahead and leave this just like that. Don't have to worry about touching it. What was going on is that it came to my attention that somebody was having issues learning how to move these objects in a three-dimensional space so that we say this can be lined up with this in the correct proportion that it needs. And I'm here to help understand and help you guide you through doing and moving objects in a three-dimensional space. Now let me start off by saying that we're all used to using a two-dimensional space for moving. So two-dimensional space, imagine this is just our blank screen. All we have is up and down, left and right, or right and left. So we only have those four. But in a three-dimensional space, we have an x-axis, a y-axis, and a z-axis. So we have a horizontal plane, and then we have that vertical plane that we got to work with. So we're always been working on a horizontal, now we got to work on a vertical. That's where the z-axis comes into play. So you see we have this plate right here is what is used. These are the typical smokes that are going to be coming around it. So if I were to zoom in, you see that this is supposed to get onto here. So if I wanted to do that, we got a big problem. Uh-oh, it's not going to work where I want. This is where our global movements are. See this arrow, this right here, we got this 4 arrows with a box. We click on this. This allows us to be able to move our objects where we want, left or in, where we need to. You see, I'm moving it where I want. But the z-axis will bring it up. But as you notice, all of a sudden, it decided, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to stay on the ground. So I'm going to try to bring it up again. Back it up a little bit so you can see. See how I'm bringing it up? Now it brings it right back down because it's its own separate object. In order to change that, I'm going to go ahead and back up a little bit here. And then we're actually going to control and click on that as well. Now we have both the main statue and the aesthetics selected. I'm going to right click. I'm going to hit assemble. Now it is two pieces have now become one piece for this assembly, as you see right here. Assembly. Now we've got the smoke front and the demon smoke faceless, which is the main body. So now I can actually separate. I can click on this and have, I should be able to just, sorry, doing it wrong. You need to be able to click on this right here inside the objects. I get myself confused a lot too. So, but again, you have to be, this is where we have to work in our objects tab, not the global, objects. Make sure you have the smoke front like I have here selected. If you click on this, it's only going to click on that. But if you click out of it and have them both, just the whole assembly will be selected. So you got to make sure that the item in the assembly that you want is selected. Now, we can actually go ahead and do what we want here. So, we can move this where we want. So say we want it right here, where it should be. But now, I got to move it up. This is where we can go ahead and change the coordinates of it. So you notice I can bring it out, and now it is floating above the object that we want. See, but it's not snapping to the ground. In order to have two objects or multiple objects where we want to have it assembled, they have to be set up and merged as one object, not separated. If you have it separated, then it's going to be two separate objects, which means it needs its own separate piece in order to lay flat and print. Whereas we do this, we have it combined. I can have it where I want, anywhere I want, within the object. So if I want to have him, I can move him way over here. I can take you, move you way over here, and guess what? It's still one separate object, but it'll print just the way I want it right here. So let me show you. Move him a little bit over here. Now, I already have supports set up, so you're going to see the supports. But the supports, you're going to be seeing a lot of supports for this. Now, I do apologize. My computer does run a little bit slow when running these things. But, I mean, it's a good computer. I am not complaining with it. It's just once it first starts slicing. But you see, it is still up in midair, but it's being supported by its own separate trees. Alright, so now we can go ahead and get out of here. Let's go ahead and see if I can undo a lot of this and put it back to where I want. So if I were to take you, grab you, remember, you can't just click and grab. You have to use this button right here. And you got to use the blue to bring it up and down. You got to use the green to bring it back, front and back. You got to use the red to bring it left and right. And once you have it right where you want it, seeing how it's set, I can go ahead and click out of it, unclick it. Now it's one single object, and it will actually print just like that. And once I hit Jeopardy theme, waiting on the Jeopardy theme, and boom. Now as you see, it is now one solid object. Now I don't print it like this. I print it as the separate parts because it works better that way. But if I wanted to have it printed all together, this is what I would do. And then once you hit the print, you go print, you choose your filaments, and once you choose your filaments, you're all set. And bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle, and you're done and set. So hopefully this video helps you understand how to move your objects within a three-dimensional space instead of working on a horizontal plane in a two-dimensional. So this is the Fluffy Printer. Like the video, make a comment, give a suggestion, give me a follow. It's all up to you, but this is just to help those like myself. Enjoy yourself and happy printing.